Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dave, and this is the Foul Scoundrel Reviews. Okay, and this is the back of the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Limited LTD, I should say, of George Lucas in his Stormtrooper disguise. I really like how they have a brief description how we're paying homage to George Lucas and in his the most iconic characters from Star Wars obviously are the Stormtrooper. So I always thought it was really clever to have the director of Star Wars in a disguise as one of the troopers because it is synonymous with the man himself when you say Star Wars. So I do like how they have his directorials from Star Wars A New Hope, and they have the Lucasfilm timeline for the Star Wars movies towards the bottom. That was really cool. I know some fans weren't exactly sure where some of the films fit in, especially our new crowd. I've talked to a lot of the younger crowd, and they've never watched Star Wars A New Hope. You know, they thought that Luke Skywalker was always this Jedi Master. I even talked to a young lady one time that thought the old Obi-Wan Kenobi was Luke Skywalker. So it's always good to have something like that to kind of put things how they're laid out as they were directed and what numbers they are. That way when folks look at them, especially the new folks, are like, oh, okay. So that's how we make sense of things. Okay, let's take a look of the action figure itself. Let's see here. We get a good picture of that. Let's slide that back a little bit. Wow. Alright, let me throw up a picture of George Lucas real quick. Okay, now you can see George Lucas standing there looking like George Lucas. He always has kind of like this, I don't want to say emotionless face, but more like somebody who is deep in thought. And he is on the old Stormtrooper body. So here you have, in detail, the Stormtrooper helmet, Stormtrooper body, E11 blaster, and in a new sculpt, I should say, of his head from previous versions of George Lucas in a Stormtrooper disguise. Because I do believe there was one or two previous releases. I'd love to get my hands on some of those. So crossing your fingers, everybody cross their fingers and their toes and their eyes. Hopefully I can get some in the near future here. I want to do a review on them. But I really thought it was a good idea to have Kenner release this, and because that's where it all started. I know when I saw that they were doing plastic-free packaging on the upcoming Black Series, I know, I mean, some people were just kind of wondering why they did it. The company's saying they're doing it for economic reasons and, you know, go green. And some people are like, hey, follow the money. Sure. But as soon as I saw it, I thought, you know what? This reminds me back, way back, when we were little, right? When Star Wars first came out and we had vouchers because the action figures couldn't make it to the stores in time. Because there was like a big setback with Kenner. So kids had vouchers for Christmas. So they got vouchers like, hey, look, this is what I'm going to get as soon as it comes in. And they had these commercials where the kids were happy to get these little cardboard things saying that they got the toy. They're just waiting on it. So, you know, it always reminded me of that. And you see these plastic-free packages. And when the action figure comes in, you look at it, you're like, you know what? That really takes me back. It's kind of nostalgic. I don't know. I'm not overly happy with it, but it is nostalgic for me. And I look at that, I'm like, oh, it's a cardboard box that has a picture on it, but at least the action figure is inside. All right, well, getting back to this action figure, there's really not much to say other than good job. They got his likeness to a T. They have the Stormtrooper likeness to a T. They've been doing this long enough. I mean, to mess it up by now is just ludicrous. So, good job on everybody's part. I was really happy to get it in my collection. So what does everybody think of that, though? I mean, is this something that is a must-have for everybody's collection? Is it just is this one of those action figures that's just a filler? I mean, if you're running low on Stormtroopers, you can always put his helmet on and no one would know it's George Lucas. Right? It would just be another Stormtrooper in the myriad of Stormtroopers there is, right? But, yeah, I mean, what does everybody think? Is this worth it? Is it worth the price? I know right now it's about $29.99. I picked mine up. The price tag said $39.99. I didn't get it for $39.99. I actually got it for about $32. But yeah, I thought it was well worth the price. So let me know in the comments what you think. Is it worth the price of the new price, I should say, of $29.99? So yeah, George Lucas in a Stormtrooper disguise. That is fantastic. This is amazing. This is really, really cool. Of all the action figures I have, I didn't think I was going to be able to pick something up like this right away because I just started collecting this year. But you know what? Now that I have it, it's kind of like the Bespin Han Solo that I have, which is my favorite Han Solo. You know, it's kind of one of those things I want to take with me when I go to like Comic-Con and see if I can't get it autographed, you know. It's difficult to get people to sign things that aren't already there because when you go to places, they're like, all right, you have to pay for like the 10x8 or the 4x6, whatever you're getting picture. Then you have to pay for the autograph. They kind of want you to pay for both. But man, I wonder how hard it would be to get an autograph of George Lucas on this action figure. Heck, man, it'd be. You know what? I want to get Han Solo. I want to get Harrison Ford's autograph on my Bespin Han Solo. That would just, everything else would be downhill. But getting back to this action figure, I'm really not only happy to have it, but I would like to get the other versions of it, right? The earlier releases where he was a little younger. It'd be cool to have that progression. So I don't know how it stacks up to the previous releases. If any of you have them, let me know in the comments how you like that compared to this one. Is it as detailed? Obviously, a Stormtrooper armor isn't as detailed as, you know, say like Darth Vader's armor, but is the face sculpt as accurate? Is it better? Do people like this release better than the previous ones? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to know what everybody thinks. Maybe I should do a poll on that. I don't know. Check my community comments. To be determined. Alright, folks. Thanks for checking in. If you want to support this channel, you want to see more content, leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification icon. That way you're notified when I go live. I'm going to go live when I collect all the modal nodes. I do live streams for games. I'm doing a Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Knight Jedi Academy live stream off and on. So you'll be notified when I start doing those. And like always, folks, if it's from a galaxy far, far away, you're never far from a good time.